are you all doing? Hope you're having an amazing day. It is the end of the spring 2021 gardening season, the beginning of summer, the end of June, and I'd like to take you on a tour around the garden to do an end of spring garden tour, end of June garden tour. So come on, let's go. Part of the garden is like my main garden. I have several plots in the backyard, but this is like the centerpiece. All right, this part I will share the dimensions of the garden, but I have a mix of raised beds, containers, in ground, different types of containers, a sunken garden, different types of raised beds, you know, some wood, some cinder blocks, and we're gonna talk all about it. Okay, so let's start right here. This is the sunken garden that I created about maybe a month or so ago, and in this sunken garden, which is so beautiful, all right, I have several vegetables. Okay, so here we have bell peppers. These are red bell peppers. It's beginning to fruit. Look at this one, how big it is. See, right now it's a green bell pepper, but when it ripens, then it becomes a red bell pepper. I'm gonna let it get ripe. I have 4 plants, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, in the sunken garden, which just means that I have, by the way, I call it sunken garden because I dug a hole and buried part of the container in the earth. Okay, so it appears like there's a whole bucket that is sitting, part of it is inside. I cut a hole in the bottom, filled it with potting soil, and it's just doing beautiful over here. Anyway, I also have thyme. This is thyme, the herb, and let's see. Oh, look, in this cute, this is a fingerprint that my first daughter, Anita, made when she was little. She's almost 21 now, but I've kept this stone with me in the garden. Anyway, so these are the other peppers I have. This is Cameroon Scotch bonnet pepper. I'm really waiting for this one to produce fruit. This is another Cameroon Scotch bonnet pepper. It has begun to produce flowers. You see that? Oh my God, I can't wait. That's the one that you can smell, that has this beautiful aroma. You can smell from like a mile away. I can't wait for that pepper, that particular one. I've been trying to cultivate it for years, since my sister-in-law sent me seeds. This year, my thumb was just green in all kinds of ways. All right, over here, I also have, this is parsley. I've been harvesting tons of parsley from here, and I have a container bitter leaves that I planted in a container. And just about yesterday, I put some more celery seeds right here. So that's what I have in my little sunken space over here, along with the white picket fence and this sign that says, planting a seed is believing in tomorrow. Love it. All right, now let me share with you what I have in this plot right here, the first raised bed. It's a mix of vegetables. As you can see, it's looking very lush. I have several things going on in here. And chia, which I have harvested already, it's beginning to produce flowers. As you can see, I'm waiting for the fruit. So that's the anchia. I have a ton of water leaves, Talignum triangulare. I even have onions. I have peppers. These are the Scotch bonnets from Cameroon. I have okra. This is hill country red okra. I have, this is Cameroon okra. I don't know, but this is okra from Cameroon. I hope you can see the difference. Sweet bitter leaves, water leaves, basil, even green beans, all in this one bed over here. It's about the same thing that I have here, but this second bed I do have parsley. Again, I've already harvested, not parsley, celery. This is celery. I've harvested the leaves. I cut the leaves a few days ago, and yeah, this is it's gonna grow again. I have my conchunjamanjama. I used to have conchunjamanjama in this bed, but I did remove, I uprooted everything and planted water leaf. So I have conchunjamanjama here and over there as well. Okay, this is due for harvesting. This is garden egg from Cameroon. The Cameroon garden egg. It has not produced flowers yet. I think in the next couple of weeks I should see flowers, because I see something budding like flowers over here. I don't know. I also have the red hill country okra. This is more garden egg from Cameroon, and more anchia. So that is bed number 2. Let's move over to this space between my raised bed number 2 and raised bed number 3. I had to leave it like clear so that I could pass, but I ended up with more plants than I had space. So I used up this space to plant my fluted pumpkin, also known as okongobo or ugu. As you can see, I have trellised with this makeshift table that I did myself, and I'm so proud. And the ugu is doing so well. The okongobo is doing so well. Yeah, so that is that space. I planted okra again. I had too many plants than I had space, so I was just putting the okras everywhere. There's one here, and there's also one over here. You can tell this is the red one, and over there the white one, the Cameroon one, has like a green stem, no red. Okay, so that's what we have here. And I have a ton of weed which I haven't pulled, and I should. A ton of weed and voluntary water leaves coming out from all over the place. I have to pull out the weeds. In bed number 3, see, this one is smaller than the other raised beds over there, and I have cowpeas going on in the cells, cowpeas, and garden huckleberry that needs harvesting, tucked in with every other kind of vegetable you can think of. This is the anchia, and this is okra. It's beginning to produce. I need to harvest anchia, okra. And yeah, that is the okongobo just wanting to grow everywhere. I need to redirect it and make it grow on the trellis that I gave it. This is my corn from Cameroon. As you can see, it is growing very tall. It has produced tassels. No, I don't know what that is called, but we call it sangri in Limbo. And it is beginning to produce the corn, as you can see. So that means in a few weeks' time, I might be able to harvest some fresh Cameroon corn right here in my backyard. So I have the corn here, and I also have it on the other side of the garden. While I'm over here, what do we have here? This is pumpkin. I have probably just this one pumpkin left. The seed was donated to me by Colette. I have not harvested a single leaf because I wanted to produce the pumpkin fruit. That's why I'm growing this particular pumpkin. So I'm just letting it grow and have fun. This is pawpaw, or papaya, some people might call it. I have a lot of okra in the garden as well. 2 varieties. I have the red hill country okra. Okra loves sun as well. It's a good summer crop. Oh, where did my okra go?
That one that you just cut here?
Yeah.
The one on the ground?
This is the leaf, but the plant. Okay. So this is the red hill country okra. And I also have the Cameroon variety. This is okra from Cameroon. Let's harvest this. I'll show you how the difference between the two. So this is the Cameroon okra, and this is the red hill country okra. Okra, I don't know. But so when I harvest it, I like to just cut the leaves, just prune it. I like to prune as I harvest. We don't need all the leaves. All we need is the fruits. So The okra does very well in the summer. So I usually start the okra from seeds in a container. Then as we approach the end of the spring, somewhere around somewhere around May, I start to put the okra in the ground. And it is good in the summer because it provides some of the much needed shade that some of the vegetables start to need as it gets very hot in Houston. Along the fence we have bitter leaves. I have 2 species of bitter leaves. These are the ones that I planted from the stems. Bitter leaves. The peppers are almost taking over the whole place, which is exactly why I caged my peppers. Someone was asking me. I told you my peppers grow really big, but I have bitter leaves tucked in. It can't really do well now. Well, it's doing well, but it's being shaded by the peppers, which I don't mind. I shared with you that I have the main part of the garden, which we have just looked at, and I have other plots around the yard. Okay, so this is the side yard garden I'm about to show you. I created this kind of overnight based out of need. Number one, I had too many plants gardening. I created this part of the garden based on need. Number one, I ended up with too many plants. I didn't know where to put them. And then number two, it was getting too hot. It is beginning of summer and it gets quite hot in Houston. And some of the peppers that I had started late were beginning to experience blossom drop, which the flowers that they would produce would just drop without producing fruit. And that was because it was getting too hot for them. So based on that need, I came up with this idea to use this side of the garden, this side of the plot of the compound. I'm calling this is not the backyard, this is a side yard garden. These are my Carolina Reapers that I transplanted. I'll share the video in the description box. I'll share the journey of these Carolina Reaper peppers. They are the hottest peppers in the world, so I'm being very, very careful and petting them like crazy. So I moved these peppers from way over there. You probably can't see it, but the sun is shining very bright over there right now. It is around 8 o'clock in the morning as we speak, to this space that is more shaded because it was getting too hot. So these are the Carolina Reapers. They are doing very well. As you can see, they're doing very well. In fact, I think I saw something looking like a flower. I don't know if you see that, which maybe one of them already dropped. That blossom drop I'm talking about. Yeah. Oh my God. If the flowers drop, I will just die. Yeah. Blossom drop, guys. Oh my goodness. This is not good. Oh my God. The blossoms are dropping. It's really too hot for Carolina Reapers. I might just end up moving these indoors. Now, no one know me. These peppers are going to make it. Yes, they are going to make it. I might end up moving the peppers indoors. It's experiencing blossom drop. Don't know why. I thought they were safer over here. But anyway, those are the Carolina Reapers. And in my compost bin, again, I got very creative. Filled it with soil. There's compost being recycled down here. Mother Earth is doing its thing. But on top of it, I now have water leaves growing. And these are Scotch bonnet peppers from Cameroon. Moving right along to the garden, the side yard garden that I created overnight. See what I did? I brought in pallets because this area is usually like swampy when it rains. I didn't want to disturb anything, so I brought in pallets. Don't ask me how I managed to carry every single one of them, but they are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and double way at the end. 8 pallets that I hauled over here myself and created this space overnight, which I really love. And then along the fence, I planted pawpaw, Cameroon pawpaw, not Cameroon pawpaw, but pawpaw. You know what I'm talking about, the tropical type of pawpaw. I have 2, 3, 4. It's doing well. 4, 5, and 6. So I planted the pawpaw over here, and then I moved all the ghost peppers over here as well. Again, because of that blossom drop, my hope is that I might save it. I might save the plants. I have all of them in containers that I moved over here. And this is where I also have some of the bitter leaves, the excess bitter leaves. This one is falling. And some of the peppers. This is not ghost pepper, it's something. Forget what this is. Let's see what this is. This is the NBJ. What was NBJ again? Can't remember. I'll let you know. And this is Kontrinja manjama, and the reason why I planted this Kontrinja manjama in the summer is just to show you that it's not, Kontrinja manjama does not do well in Houston in the summer. This is what you end up with. Plants that just wouldn't grow. Extremely stunted. So don't plant Kontrinja manjama in the summer. It will not grow. It will end up looking like this. This is just experiment, and it's not working. This is more, it's not because of the shade. It was out there where there was full sunlight and it was just dying. So here at least it's surviving but not doing well. Again, just an experiment. So yeah, that's my secret garden that came up rather overnight. Let's see what is going on this side of the garden. So this is the west end of the garden. Okay, remember the pawpaw or the papayas that I planted about 2 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago? It is making good progress. Look at that. So I have the pawpaws over here, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and tucked in between is the anchia. See how humongous the leaves are. Then more water leaves. This used to be the this used to be the huckleberry, the garden huckleberry. I replaced with water leaves. The okra is doing well. That's the hill country. Again, I harvest at least 1 okra per plant every day, and that is a lot, because if you have like this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 okras on this side, and there's at least 6 more on that side, so it's like 10 or so okra pots every day. That is a lot. So that is this side of the garden. Tucked in cocoyams. Again, I grow the cocoyams for the leaves. You can see I come out here and I cut the leaves. When this one grows big, the center one, and another one comes out, I will come and cut this one, and I use the leaves in my cocky corn and cocky beans and such. So here the peppers, they used to be over there. They used to be like way over there, and I moved them here because of the extreme sun that is over there. This part is kind of shaded. These are the Carolina Reapers. It has begun to produce fruit. I need to apply some of that Neptune's harvest. And I don't know what is going on with this one, but the leaves are curling, not sure why. This one is a Cameroon Scotch bonnet. The leaves are curling as well. This is probably diseased, maybe aphids. I don't know. If you know what is causing the leaves to curl like this, please let me know. I will hate to lose my pepper plant. So these are the Carolina Reapers that I started from seeds, and this is the Cameroon Scotch bonnet. 1 Carolina Reaper did not make it, so I replaced it with a Scotch bonnet. And side yard along the fence, more corn. They are very, very tall, as you can see. They've all produced the corn. I'm just waiting for the corn to mature now. So that's the side yard. We'll keep going and I'll show you what I have in the front. No part of my plot is left uncultivated. who needs grass? Let's go right all the way to the front. This is the front yard. And ta-da! All right, so yes, I planted more of the papayas in the front because I had so many of them. Don't know what to do with them. So there's papaya here and here, and on this side there's 2 more in the front yard. And you are looking at African garden egg. This is the striped garden egg. There's some that is white and some that is striped. Unfortunately, I did not label. See how big they're growing? Yes, it's in the front. It's gonna produce flowers. Who needs flowers when you can plant garden egg? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's more on this side. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 garden eggs. Yeah, so that's that for the front part of the garden. These are the pallets that I got from a local garden supply store. I got 10 of them. There's still 4 left over here, and I had to transport them all the way to the other side of the garden. I'm going to show you the other side yard. Again, I had too many plants, did not know what to do with them, so I had to get very creative. Sometimes I'm too smart for my own good. So let me show you what I did with those pallets. And again, I carried every single one of them over this distance. When I tell you that gardening is movement, you don't believe me. So I had to carry those pallets, walk all the way, and I apologize for the air conditioning.